from this little hyperbaric oxygen chamber that I'm currently living in for a good while. But yeah, I thought again I'd do one of these lives and share what's going on for me at this point in time. Yeah, back in the chamber, chilling out, usually in here for an hour, and using it to fight this whole cancer thing that's going on for me. And it's a bit of a strange watch. Today I've had issues with my equalization. I don't know why, because we're up at 30 psi now. And I just don't get it. I don't get why. Sometimes I come in here and it's a pain to get down to pressure, but other times, or up to pressure, other times it's pretty chilled. It's pretty chilled. I'm just lying here. Sometimes I read, sometimes I meditate, sometimes I sleep, sometimes I get on my phone. Just entirely depends on how I'm feeling for the day. But yeah, we're doing the thing. We're doing the thing, and I'm in here chilling out. And I thought, you know what? I'll do another one of these lives and chat to some people out there around the world, which I really enjoy. To be fair, it's really good fun. It's really nice to connect with some of my followers and see what's going on in the world for them. So if you are watching, hello, hi. I'm George. I was diagnosed with brain cancer. It's been great. I was diagnosed back in August 2024, and I'm now sharing that journey here on YouTube, and ultimately trying to change the way that people perceive these things that come along in life and test us. So that's why I'm here. If you have absolutely any questions, the darker the better, chuck them in the chat. I'd love to answer them. Absolutely anything. Like, really absolutely anything. God damn, these are really uncomfortable, hey. It's so uncomfortable. Let me have a look. I am just gonna double check some settings on my phone. There we are. Yeah, so I'm here, chilling. And it's warm in here today, because it's a sunny day. It's pretty hot outside, but I decided that I need to get in here and I'll do an hour or so. Got to keep an eye on the time, because I've got to jump out in about half an hour, but we're doing alright, we're doing alright. Where are you guys watching from? Let me know in the comments. Yeah, like I said, I'll be on here for an hour, so if people have any chats for an hour, how long we got? Yeah, half hour or so. If you have any questions, queries, mumbles, grumbles, whatever, just let me know. And today I thought I would have a quick chat about kind of what's happening moving forward from now. I have an appointment with neurosurgery on the 15th up in Hamilton in Waikato, and that's with neurosurgeon that I had my operation with, Dr. Ranio, to discuss the next steps for options to get into my brain to try and dig this thing out. I did have surgery back in October to debulk it and to try and empty this cyst that I have developed in that. But sadly, this is kind of frustrating, sadly, the cyst has refilled since surgery. So my last MRI showed that it refilled and that they think it's slightly bigger than it was before, which means that they're going to be wanting to get in there and cut it all out again and decide what route to go. They had been talking to me about doing there's a technical term for it, but basically it's like a tube into the cyst, and then it comes out of your skull and then like along under the skin, and then there's a little they call it like a reservoir, but basically it's a little reservoir that fills up with the fluid, so that rather than having to go deep into my brain to get it emptied, if it refills, they can just empty it straight out then and there with a little needle. So that would save some more intensive, let's call it intensive surgery, and keeps things pretty chilled on that front. I don't know whether I don't really know what to do with that. Oh, hey guys, loads of people joining. Hello there, welcome. Where are you guys watching from? I would really appreciate it if you can do the heart thing down in the corner. It just helps get these lives going out pretty quick and across the world to try and help some other people, if you're happy to do that. And Wendy is here. Hello, Wendy. Welcome back. Welcome back. I've decided to start doing these lives on the vertical format to make use of this time sat in the chamber, to use the time effectively. If you can, hit me with your hardest, deepest, darkest question possible. I've had some really interesting ones. The other day, I had one to do with cannibalism. They were like, would you rather eat someone or... Oh, what was it? I can't remember, but some of the questions I get are absolutely hilarious. I love them. Absolutely love them. But yeah, lots of new people on here. So hi guys, my name is George. I was diagnosed with brain cancer, and yeah, sharing that journey from New Zealand and how things are going my end. And it's been a turbulent, should we call it, 18 months or so since diagnosis. It's not been an easy sail, but it's also been enlightening for me. It's certainly given me a lot more purpose in life and given me a gift, really, is how I perceive it, how I see it, as it's a reality check of, hey George, what are you doing? Why are you doing this stuff and not doing what you know you should be doing? So for me, it's given me direction, and I'm excited to be sharing that journey here. And I still can't believe I've got, just over 3,000 subscribers now, 3,100 odd, which, oh my god, that's just nuts. It's nuts. But I'm really enjoying sharing it, my protocols, the health plan and decisions moving forwards, and it's all in a hope that someone out there who might be going through a similar situation or knows someone who is, can kind of get something from it and maybe learn something from it. I do have a question for you. I'm going to do a stand by. Does anyone know someone with cancer? If so, who do you know? Do you know someone with cancer? Send that up here somewhere. Yeah, that's the good stuff. There we go. Okay. It's working, I think. There we go. Cool. We got it up on there. Hello from Maine. Wow, hello. In the US. My word. I've just started working with a guy in Texas called Cameron. He's absolutely a legend of a man. He's starting to work with him, working with his mindset, doing some coaching, helping him see some peace in the world. But yeah, it's exciting times. Cats up, hello. How are we doing, guys? I stole my mum's phone. Well, that's no good. That's no good. That's not ideal. Not ideal at all. On Banbridge Island in Washington State. Man, people from all over the show. Yeah, if you're watching, whereabouts are you from? Chuck it in the comments. I am based out of Rotorua, central North Island of New Zealand. Moved here from the UK 2.5 years ago now, and love it. Absolutely love it here. It's a beautiful country, beautiful people. I like that it's kind of quite far away from all of the random stuff going on around the world at this point in time. It's a turbulent time, but it's a quiet life here. It's a quiet life here, but I enjoy just going for a swim and stuff. Where in the UK? Shift hither. I was born in Kent in the southeast, just outside of Ashford, and but I've lived all over the UK. I lived in Cornwall, Shropshire, Staffordshire, Cumbria, up near the Scottish border, up in the Orkney Islands, north of Scotland, all over the show. All over the show. I like the UK, but I find that it's quite a troubled place at the moment. I don't feel like it's particularly stable. So my partner Annalise and I decided to move out to New Zealand to kind of trial life here. And I don't think we'll be going back anytime soon. We enjoy it. It's nice to live so close to such beautiful places, and it's like an hour to the beach, an hour to ski fields, a couple of hours to Auckland Airport. Yeah, it's a good location. I really like it. With our NHS, are you blessed with a better health service in New Zealand? Wendy, good question. Great question. I haven't had any bad experiences with the health service out here. Nothing. Like, the waiting times aren't crazy. People are generally far happier to see you or answer questions. The appointments, like GP appointments, so much longer. There's no rush to get people in and out. So So in terms of the health service, I think it's a better place to be, especially in my situation. It's hard, you know. My partner works in the medical field, and comparing her work in the UK to here, it's night and day, like absolute night and day. There's the work-life balance is so much better. So it's no-brainer, really, no-brainer to have that decision to move and work out of it. For me, I've had a change of career, a change of clan. I'd originally my background's in ecology, in survival education, outdoor education, that sort of field. And then, having been diagnosed back in August 2024, I'm not allowed to drive anymore, which is not ideal. That makes getting around for work and things far more troublesome. And so because of that's why I've set up this little channel of mine, to hopefully help people out, whilst also bring in some form of income that I can do from home, and start working at home. So that's why I've started up the coaching side of things, to help people move forward with their lives, find some peace, find a path to their best version, I suppose, best version of themselves. And so it's exciting times, especially with the surgery side of things. You know, I've had one brain surgery, I may as well have another. It's a challenge, but it's all right. We got so 62% of people and they know someone with cancer. It's kind of sad, hey. It's kind of sad. But how do we change that? You know, how do we move forward with that? Because we've had cancer rates double in 30 years. So 1 in 2 people are now going to get it at some point in their life. And then when you look at the amount of money that's gone into the research of cancer across the board, but like the amount of research, yet so little progress, you know. Cancer, I think I missed something. Why the supplemental O2? Good question. So I am currently on 98% oxygen, and that is because I am in a hyperbaric oxygen chamber. So pressurized chamber, gets up to 30 psi, and I'm in here for like an hour, being pumped full of really high level light oxygen. And the reason for that is that it has a lot of benefits. Main ones for me being that a hyper oxygenated state is really beneficial for healing cancers, because cancers tend to grow in very poor oxygen environments. So by increasing my blood oxygen levels and all of that stuff, it helps to keep the cancerous environment, the terrain, as unfavourable for the cancer to grow. So that is why I'm in here. It's pretty chilled. It's quite small. I can't lie properly, but I'm in here just chilling out, and I'll do this for, I don't know, hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours. And that's why I'm doing this live, really, is use this time, make it of value. Hello, Swole! And Cameron's here. I was talking about you like a few minutes ago, Cameron. Welcome. So I'm chilling out in here. Swole Dentist. I love that name. That's a legendary name. Man, how are you doing, Dentist? Mr. Swole? So I've got new people joining in. Hello, guys. I am George. I was diagnosed with brain cancer back in August 2024, and I'm doing the YouTube thing, because why not? Sharing that journey, and hopefully helping some people out there. But hit me with your hardest questions. I love them. And if you can, hit that heart thing. That really helps push this out to as many people as possible. Really, really appreciate it if you can. No pressure though. Please don't feel like you have to, because I've said that. Only hit it if you actually want to. But yes, I'm kind of sleepy today, and I'm not sure why. Well, I didn't sleep particularly well yesterday, and last night either. So I think it just wears me out. And it's one of the things since diagnosis, I find that I get very tired very quickly, particularly when I'm headachy, when it's up in here and you're just struggling away to keep active and positive and moving forward with it. It's a hard one. It's a hard one. Wendy, wishing you the best, George. It's 1:36 a.m. Go to sleep, Wendy. What are you doing up? Get some sleep, man. The sleep side of things, the research into that is fascinating. How much of an impact it has on our overall health, mental and physical. Bonkers. Only you can rock out an oxygen tube and be chill at the same time, dude. Karen, I try, man. Well, I'm not trying, I am. Let's just be more positive here. It's one of those things that's so uncomfortable, though. I don't know why. It kind of pushes into your thing, and then you've got this air going up into your nose. It's very itchy. It's very, I suppose it's one of those things. It's one of the small troubles to deal with in order to gain the benefits of life as it is. So many people saying that they know someone with cancer. It's sad, eh? It's so sad. But also, one thing I'm really passionate about is that increasing the awareness of what's going on around the world is so powerful, because people will then spend money or energy or effort or time working towards trying to help people and find a way to move forward from it all. So it's like me, I suppose. Got diagnosed, and it's like, right, how do I make this of value? How do I use this? What do I do with this thing that has been gifted to me? I stumbled on you months ago, been praying for you, bless you. You have a hell of a good spirit, dude. Swell dentist, thank you, brother. Appreciate that. Appreciate it. It's it's a challenge, but we have a choice. We can either just roll over and play victim, or we can go, okay, this is what it is. How do we use this? How is it a tool? How is it a lesson for me to learn from? It's certainly been a lesson. How old are you? I am 32. 32 years of age. 33 sounds quite old. 33 in August. So yeah, it was a weird one. When I was diagnosed, it was the 12th of August 2024, and then a few days later, a handful of days later, it was my birthday, and I was like, that was just a very odd birthday, because I was still processing the diagnosis, still working out what to do, like what's coming, what's happening. They were talking about surgery right around then and there, so I was wondering, where does this thing go? But it was beautiful, because I had a lot of friends turn up. They were, obviously I told them, and a lot of them wanted to come and support me, so huge birthday party, was amazing. And then a little bit after that, maybe a couple of weeks or so, we then decided to disappear, Annalise and I, to go and have some space to work things out. So we went snowboarding. We went for a few days down at Mount Tongariro, which was beautiful. Absolutely loved it. So you use this chamber every day, pretty much. So I try to do it at least 3 times a week. It's about three times a week minimum. If I can get in more, I will. The thing is that if you're in here for an hour and a half, 2 hours, it actually eats into a lot of your time during the day. So that's why I'm doing this live. That's why I'm doing these, because it's using that time, and I can hopefully connect with you guys, the followers, the people out there in the world who knows where you are. I mean, all sorts, all over the place. Dude, crazy, diagnosed at 30. How did you get diagnosed? I don't remember what led to it. Yeah, I mean, diagnosed at 30, that's, one of those things. just gonna have to work with that, I suppose. In terms of how did I get diagnosed, I was at home. I'd not long got home from work, and I was doing some cooking, and then I had a partial seizure. So I had this sudden onset of real dizziness, like crazy dizziness. I sat on the floor. I had left like tinnitus in my left ear. Left side went numb. Sort of pins and needles in my hand and foot. And then I called my partner. I was like, "This has happened. What are you going to do?" And she's like, "Let's take you to A&E." So we went into A&E, and originally they thought that it could be like a transient stroke or something like that. And they put me through the scanner, CT, and from that they saw that there was something going on in there. And then I had MRI and a few other tests, and then they were like, "Yep, there's something in there." And originally they said that it was, or they thought it was likely to be glioblastoma, GBM, which is nasty. Like that is a nasty one to be dealing with. They then said, having done a few more scans, it's more likely to be a glioma. And then from that, having had my surgery back in October, and they've taken a biopsy, they have worked out what it is. So it's an astrocytoma, grade 3, with IDH mutation and an ATRX mutation. So it sounds quite scary, hey? But astrocytoma's not the worst, not the best to be dealing with. They can't like resect it out, they can't just chop it out, because it works its way into the healthy brain tissue. So it makes things a little bit more complicated in terms of fighting it off. But it is what it is. It's good to know what it is exactly, because that allows me to be very targeted with my life decisions, my choices, the protocols that I'm implementing in order to get on top of it. So it's a good thing, really, and it ultimately gives me like the battlefield. Yeah, it makes me aware. It gives me the ability to be aware of what it is that I'm dealing with, and then because of that, I can then attack it in the best way possible. Andy, hello. Where are you located? I'm in Rotorua in New Zealand, currently in a hyperbaric oxygen chamber. Chilling out, just chilling out, having the best time. I'm enjoying it. So Cameron and everyone else out there, because Cameron's good at this, he's a regular now. Hit me with your hardest questions. Hit me with, like, you know how sometimes you have those, you meet someone and you're like, I wish I could ask them this, but I really don't feel comfortable asking that. Hit me. Like, I actually really enjoy the dark questions, mainly because it's like digging into the deep, dark corners of a box or something where, they are there. I'm very much aware that there's those questions, those anxieties, those uncertainties, whatever it is. And I think it's very powerful psychologically to get a spoon and really get into there and work with them and start to reframe them, and rather than have them sat in the corner festering, get in there, work with them. So hit me with your hardest, darkest, deepest questions. I love them. I've had some really hard, interesting ones. Last time I was on, somebody asked me about cannibalism. It was really like, oh man. Andy, kia ora bro, you'll get better soon, God bless. Andy, I will, sir. Yes, for sure, there's no question about it. Just going to go through this chapter of life and then pop out the other side stronger, happier, healthier. So, yeah, that's that. What has the doc said? They want to do more surgery. They want to dig in, mainly to try and drain or sort this cyst that I have growing in the tumour. So that's it's growing, so it's pushing my brain over to the other side. That gives me headaches, more seizures, that sort of stuff. So yeah, the whole idea is that I'll get in and drain that, and then that will relieve some of my symptoms. which will be lovely. Feel more energized. Feel more like I can do stuff. Yeah. Jazz, hello from London, England. How comes you're on a respirator? So I am not on a respirator. This is oxygen running in. I'm currently in a hyperbaric oxygen chamber. So it's put in 90, I think it's 98% oxygen into my nose under pressure. So it's like I'm 3 meters underwater or something like that. And that forces oxygen into my blood, into my system, which is really good for healing and brain health, things like that. I'm sure you'll be able to wipe it up. Thank you for your comments, guys. Really appreciate it. I think I don't want to cheat this time. Have you been going on ChatGPT or something, Cameron? Come on, man. You're better than that. Hit me. Hit me. Jazz, no, I'm not a saturation diver. I was diagnosed with brain cancer, so one of the things that you can do to help fight that fight is stuff like hyperbaric oxygen. So cancers tend to grow in really oxygen poor environments. They don't like oxygen. So if you can flood your system full of it at a high level, it helps to create an environment that is detrimental to cancers for them to grow. It creates like an oxidative stress on the cancer cells. So that is why I'm in here. So I'll show you. I'll show you guys. I'll flip my camera. So it's not very big. Like, I'm literally just chilling out in this little pod. It's got a zip up to the top. And this side, that's the one that pressurizes. So there's air coming through there, and that pressurizes the whole pod. And that's the 98% oxygen that comes in and under my nose. This side, there's 3 like emergency valves, which when it reaches pressure, they automatically open so that it stays at 30 psi. And then up here, there's like a thing to get in and out, so that depressurizes. I don't know what that does. And then there's the gauge, so that just tells me when it's up to full pressure. And then when I depressurize, obviously that'll drop back. A couple of windows, pillows. Life's pretty good. Life's pretty good. Okay, we've got loads of comments. Hey team, hello there, welcome. Let me know where you're from. And if you want to hit that little heart thing down the bottom, I'd really appreciate that. Okay, here's a good one I found. How would your life change if the internet ceased to exist? Ooh. Okay, if the internet ceased to exist, that would make life somewhat... well, I mean, I wouldn't be able to do this. I would certainly be working one-to-one, face-to-face with clients, and working on mental resilience, mental performance side of things. That would be local based. I wouldn't be able to talk to you, Cameron, on the other side of the world. I'd actually kind of like it. I think it would solve quite a lot of social issues. I think people in general would be, dare I say, a little bit happier because we wouldn't be sat being force-fed certain things on social media or the news, things that really don't matter, but yeah, we want to know that, I don't know, there's been a shooting somewhere or something. It doesn't, well, it's not that they don't matter, it's that they don't directly impact us, and that stress that we build upon ourselves is largely based upon these things that we experience in life. So yeah, that's my answer. What do I do for work? So I am a self-employed photographer, and I'm also a mental performance coach. So I help people work through the troubles of their life and give some tools, direction, guidance to really like become the most powerful person they can be psychologically. So, and that ultimately has ripples across people's entire lives, everything from family, social, financial, the works. So if that is the foundation of our entire existence, I think it's really important for us to learn about our mind, how we think, why we think in certain ways, and then to develop that. You know, like we go to the gym to work out our bodies. Why don't we do the same for our minds when that's our entire perception of life? What would you do tomorrow if the cancer was gone? Ooh, swell dentist, what a question. What would I do tomorrow if the cancer was gone? I'm on a very, very strict keto diet for the metabolic approach to cancer. So it's like a systemic tool to use. It's where you reduce your blood sugars as low as possible for as long as possible, and because cancers run off of glucose and glutamine and a few other things, but generally glucose, something like certain cancers consume 20% or 20 times, more glucose than a healthy cell. So if you can reduce it, it helps stunt the growth of the cancer, right? So if I found out that the cancer was gone tomorrow, almost certainly I would have like a pizza and some ice cream. I've not eaten anything like that for nearly 2 years now. I think that's actually probably one of the first things I do. It's just be like, you know what, I'm just going to eat pasta and all of these carbs and potatoes, like a proper roast dinner or something. Man, yeah, something like that. So the cure has been oxygen this whole time. No. So it's not a cure. It's let's call it an auxiliary tool. Time job. I like to see it that it's like another gun I can bring to bear on a target. It's like another arrow that I have in my quiver on my back. It's something that I can do that is going to benefit my health and how I navigate this challenge. So that's where we're at. The oxygen side of things is very interesting when you get into the depth of the research being done. Highly recommend having a look into it if it's of interest. Oh shit, sorry to hear that. Very glad you're getting the treatment you need. What's the treatment plan? Okay, so treatment plan, great question. I've been offered chemo and radiotherapy. At this point in time, I haven't decided to go down that route, mainly because I feel like they're very aggressive in nature. You know, you're either poisoning or burning the cancer. I've had surgery, so cutting, which was successful in reducing some of the mass and emptying the cyst, but I don't know whether the